Siesta Sand Live. Siesta Sand Live is broadcast from Captain Kurt's Village. It's Siesta Key's home to great food, great drinks, great music, and great times. Look for the giant American flag.
Welcome to Siesta Sand Live. I'm your host, Natalie Gutwine, and today I have Andy Daly, master sand sculptor. He's been sand sculpting for many years, and he also helps put together the Crystal Classic, our very own Crystal Classic right here on Siesta Key. So stay tuned and let's hear what he has to say.
The next segment is brought to you by the Judy Berger team, part of Sotheby's International Realty. Whether a buyer or a seller, you'll be delighted with their service. And by Altez Vacations. It's the perfect place to go to find that perfect place to rent.
Welcome to Siesta Sand Live. I am here today with Andy Daly, master sculptor. So here on Siesta Key, we have the Crystal Classic. It's a really, really big deal, and you are an enormous part of that, correct?
Yes, that's true.
So tell me, how did you get started with all of this? Well, let's go all the way back. How did Andy get started in sand sculpting?
Well, I grew up here in Sarasota, spent a lot of time on the Key.
Okay, wait. I always have to ask now that I have a son at Riverview, what high school did you go to?
Sarasota.
Oh, see, that's why I have to ask. No,
It's class of 88.
I'm not too far behind you.
Well, the funny thing is, I started dating a woman that I met in ninth grade in 2011. And her hobby was these sand sculpting competitions. Siesta had one annually. And then there was a competition in Fort Myers that her and her girlfriend would do. And they were really good. They won stuff.
Yeah.
So this was her hobby, and I really wanted to be part of her life. And
That happens a lot.
I was smitten. And so I started going and spending time with her when she would do jobs, and was really attracted to it. And I caught the attention of another artist here that was already established, the guy named Brian Wigglesworth, who actually started the Crystal Classic.
He was one of my first guests, actually.
He's my business partner, it's Brian.
Yeah, well, we started the podcast right after Milton, and when there was, everybody was concerned whether or not we were going to be able to do the Crystal Classic last year after the hurricanes. And once they got the go-ahead that, yes, we're doing this, we did the podcast, and we had him on, and it's all been history from there. But, yeah.
Yeah, so Brian started bringing me on jobs, commercial jobs that he was doing. And they're all corporate, just corporate works. You do team building for large groups or tabletop sculptures for inside venues. And realized that there was this whole other world available that I could make a living doing sand sculptures. And it's not like I was the first one. I mean, there's guys I'm friends with that have been sculpting sand for 30 years.
Yeah.
But I was really fortunate in the right place, right time, and I had enough energy and interest in it to follow through. Because it takes a lot,
I can't even get a sand sculpt. But when with bringing my kids out to the beach and trying to make some sort of sand sculpture, it always collapses. So I am fascinated with the fact that you can get it any higher than like 18 inches. That's about all I've ever got. So when you do these enormous structures, I'm so fascinated by it.
I meet with families that come here on vacation and teach them how to build sandcastles. I do 2-hour classes like that. And they have so much fun. And they're just families like you and yours. Mm-hmm. But at the end, they have like a 3 or 4 foot high castle, and they're like amazed that they were able to do it. And all it is just being able to say the right tool at the right time, or hey, don't do that or do this. And it's fun for me too.
Right,
I have a good time.
You have a pretty good job. I tell people all the time, I have my dream job. I live in paradise. I sell real estate. Sounds like you've kind of got the same thing going on. You live in paradise. You are on the beach all day, every day. You've got me trumped.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only that, I guess, and I'm not trying to. But the truth is, though, it is amazingly, it's just incredible. Because, I mean, I get to travel to,
Do you fly? Do you have clients that fly you around?
yes, and I work for other companies. And there's always work in sand. Like, I just got back from a job in South Carolina. And day before yesterday, I was gone for 3 days. And it doesn't matter. It's a lot. You know?
It's that's what I'm interested in finding out. What all does this entail? What does the life of a sand sculptor look like?
A few months ago, I got to go on a job with a friend of mine in the Bahamas. They're opening one of these cruise ships. Opened up a new water park down there, so we did a big sculpture. And I look at it like I just got a free vacation just to go
Right.
down to the Bahamas.
And they paid you.
Yeah.
Free vacation plus getting paid.
Last year, my wife and I got to go to St. Thomas on same thing. Some family wanted some sand castles built for a party they were having. So we got to go down there too. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we did a cruise, a carnival cruise. Brian and I did this one last year. We went to Grand Cayman and Bimini, and when we were in Bimini, we built a big sand sculpture for like their club there. The club that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was
the
Virgin.
carnival.
Virgin. It
Oh,
was
Virgin.
It was
So did they
Virgin.
all have their own private clubs out there?
Their party was wild. It really was. I was surprised by it was kind of out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's had to be, from a guy that spends all his time on the beach, that had to be one wild party.
Yeah. If I hear Margaritaville one more time.
Right? That's great. So you've been doing this since around 2011, or does your wife do it with you, or did she?
She can be talked into joining me.
So it was initially she was what got you started, but you've just ran with it.
Yep. Yep.
So we've got the Crystal Classic coming. That is such a big deal now for Siesta Key and Sarasota. The economic impact is incredible, what it brings to Sarasota. Do you have any idea how many people come through there?
I don't.
You know,
No.
what's it look like for you? You just mentioned that you're there a week ahead of time, that
Yep.
you're putting this whole thing, you're one of the people that puts the whole thing together. So we just see beautiful sand sculptures on the sand. What's that week look like for you?
Well, the Crystal Classic is turned into it's just a massive event. It's got so many people behind the scenes that are really making it happen, lining up vendors, and it's just, the job is very detailed and
Right.
vastly larger than I even am aware of, I'm sure.
Well, I'm on the board of the Siesta Key Chamber, and there's a lot of behind, even from us, even if we never touch the sand, there's so many pieces as board members and just things that go on behind the scenes and with the chamber, and I am amazed at what it takes to pull it off. So you get there a week in advance.
Well, so being the sand sculptor, I don't have to worry about office stuff, and that's the office stuff,
Right.
and they're good at it. I would not be good at it, but I am really good at being on the beach and directing what needs to happen next. And that's what I start doing. We have artists arriving on the 5th, and I'll be out there on the 4th and the 5th, I'm sure, getting it laid out and directing sand. They're going to start pushing sand. And that's what they do. We have a designated harvest area where we can take 6 inches of skim off the top, and they make a massive pile of sand, and then we direct where we would like sand from that massive pile.
Oh,
So we have to separate it out for, we have 8 doubles and we have 8 solos. And we have greeting sculptures and photo ops, and the centerpiece sculpture is like 250 tons. It's massive. And so it's a lot to do before the artists even start
Right.
getting here. I have an early team that comes in, like I said, on the 5th, and they'll be creating the centerpiece sculpture and the photo ops and the greeting sculptures, and it's a lot. It's
all right, yeah. So how many? So my understanding is you have to be invited as a sand sculptor. You can't just show up, except I guess at the amateur part of the competition, or how does that work with master versus amateur?
Okay, well, and that's funny too. There's different categories in sand sculpting for reaching the elevation of master. I think master is the title that most want, and I think I remember when it was such a big deal, like I wanted to be master, and compete with the masters. But, and you know,
Is there how do you get that designation? Do you have to win one of the major competitions?
I can tell you how it went for me. I won like local competitions, and I placed in the state competition in Fort Myers. This is like 2012. I think I got second down there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I quit doing sand competitions. I was just doing jobs.
Oh.
And I didn't do any more competitions till like 2019, I think.
Oh.
And I went to Texas, and I won that Pro-Am competition. The Pro-Am is the second category. If you get recognized for being skilled, they want to bring you in for having you come compete. Some places will kind of work with you on like hotel rooms and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But they're not like flying you in to compete.
Oh.
If you start winning there, and you know it's such a small group, we know many of the amateurs because they travel around to different competitions. We see them around the country at different places, and we know a lot of like all the pro-ams because you know it's like a family. Everybody just hangs
Right.
out. You know, there's
You're all at the same events.
everybody's creating art. Nobody's
Right.
looking at it as, you know, I'm a master and you're only, you know, because that's just a designation, you know, to say that and it's a great goal to accomplish. I'm happy that I was able to even be part of the sand world, like to the extent that I am. It's a lot of fun for me.
Right.
But you know, it's also I look up to a lot of these same artists that I wanted to emulate and be able to mimic their styles and just.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an artistic background?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually met my wife in Booker Visual Performing Arts program in ninth grade.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, and I was always a two-dimensional artist. I used to paint, and I'd make art to make art. I didn't commercially make art.
Mm-hmm.
So, until sand, and now that's just kind of become.
Did you go to school for art?
No. No.
And just found a passion in it, huh? And started doing it.
It's definitely got a passion. I mean, because you know, I think people think about sand sculpting and they think like, oh, you're just on the beach every day, and it's true, and you go to beautiful locations, and that's true too.
Right.
But that's also, you know, meeting somebody on Miami Beach at 5:30 in the morning to start bucketing water out of the Atlantic Ocean on a cold winter day. Because,
right.
You know,
it's a lot more work than what people realize.
Yeah.
And
It's a lot of misery and being cold. And
Oh,
shivering.
I swear the Florida cold is different than the Indiana cold. And I've said that the coldest I've ever been in my life was at my son's soccer games here in January. And I don't know if it's because it's kind of a wet cold here. And I can put on the same amount of clothing, but I feel bone chilled here. So I can imagine when you're out there on a January in Miami and the wind's whipping around, you're freezing.
Yeah, you know what else? There's, like if you're, because I work barefoot sometimes, and most of the time anyway. But if your feet are in cold, wet sand for like, and you're standing in front of a sculpture and you're carving like logos or whatever for like 7 hours, your body temperature will drop from being.
Oh yeah.
And I did that happened to me. I went to my room. I was staying right at the same resort where the sculpture was being done. And I couldn't get my room key into the slot because my hands were shaking so hard.
Oh yeah, I grew up north. We had many days like that where you're just freezing.
I couldn't do it.
Frozen to the bone.
You know, my family moved here from Indiana.
Oh really? What part?
Martinsville.
My daughter and my grandchildren live in Martinsville right now.
Oh, cool. It's still got a really small hometown.
How old were you then?
I guess I was 7 when they
Oh,
moved
so
here.
yeah. And actually, how crazy is this? I interviewed somebody else here on the podcast, Clay Robinson, that owns Sun King Brewery, born and raised in Martinsville, Indiana.
No way.
I know. Those Hoosier roots are amazing. Do you still have family down there, up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have not in Martinsville. Actually, I do. I have an aunt. My aunt Judy lives in Martinsville. But they have a farm too, like a
Like a real
farm.
farm.
Big barns and stuff. The tractors are so cool. They're so massive.
Yeah, my daughter's always saying, "Mom, when are you coming back?" I live in Florida. You come see me. I don't want to go up there. It's cold.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's why your parents left. It was cold.
It was a blizzard or something.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was enough. And we had my my uncle and aunt, and they moved from Indiana to Sarasota. He was a high school teacher at Riverview for like 35 years.
Oh, wow.
Did you went to Riverview?
I did not. I lived in Indiana for 36 years. I went to IU. I didn't leave until now. My son does.
Well, my mom and dad come down here on vacations, and we go to Disney World and stuff. And they already knew Sarasota was beautiful, so they just decided to come here.
Yeah, that's how I think a lot of people. There was a blizzard in 1976 in Indiana. I wonder if that's what got them to say, "I'm out." I didn't have that option. We were there, and when the hurricanes come through, and people say, actually, I had somebody ask me the other day, "Would you rather hurricanes or Indiana tornadoes and blizzards?" I said, "Oh, hurricanes every day of the week and twice on Sunday, because I can get out of the way of that, and it doesn't happen all the time." Here we are a year out. Yesterday, as of the time of this recording, yesterday was 1 year from Milton. And knock on wood, there's nothing out there. But, those blizzards and the tornadoes and all that kind of weather they have up there, forget it. I'm out. This stuff I can handle. When it gets rain here, a little cloudy, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, of course.
Right. I'm sure when you're standing out there, how long does it take for you to build one of these, one of the larger sculptures that you do?
You're talking about, like, competitions are kind of uniform everywhere you go. Three 8-hour days and 1 4-hour day.
Wow. So when you come down here will you build something here for the Crystal Classic, or do you just manage it all?
I'm always, like, if you want to say building, I'll be probably finishing up logos that people didn't get quite done, or touch-ups. But no, I'm not doing a piece. I am mostly just directing. That's why I bring in the very best,
Is it around 24? Is that the right number?
24, but we have a group of 6 sculptors that come early.
Okay.
And that help set up, and we've got an army of great volunteers. And we could always use more if you guys let me know.
That is correct, yes. Well, we talked about that at the chamber. The board meeting was, we will be volunteering and what we're going to do and who's going to bring the trucks and who's going to, do this and do that. Very, very excited. We've got the new director, Sarah. She's amazing. I'm so excited to see how she can help out this year with Crystal Classic and changes that we can make going forward.
Yep. She said she's going to be on the beach with us, too, from day one.
Yeah.
So this is going to be fun for me, too.
Yeah, it totally takes over. It's such a large, huge event. So is it heartbreaking for you when you build these beautiful sculptures and then they knock them down?
No. No, that's part of it. The sculptures are tons and tons of weight. If kid was to dig into that, it could collapse on them. Who knows? You just don't want to leave. And also, they are obstructions for turtles, I guess.
Right.
Although the sculptures are so far away from wherever a turtle could crawl to. That's why we have to wait till the end of November 1st to even have, I think that's when turtle season ends.
Oh, I didn't realize that's great. Yeah, and it works out well because things are kind of, it's pretty slow around here at that time. So it's great for me. I just ride the bike over to the beach, go check out the sculptures. Of course, this year, I think I'll have to do a lot more than that. We'll see. So how does somebody get a hold of you if they want to volunteer or they want to hire you? Or do you have a website?
Yep. The website is sandventurecrew.com. The Facebook page is Sandventure Sand Sculpting. I can be reached at andysandventure@AOL. My phone number is 941-822-5270.
Well, that's great. I definitely use that phone number to volunteer.
Yeah. Leave a message because I'm not answering.
Right, yes. Yeah, between your schedule and my schedule, it's been crazy to get us both on the stage. I'm so excited we finally made it. Why don't we take a short break and we'll be right back?
The following segment is brought to you by Beach Bazaar, located in the heart of Siesta Village. Everything for the beach, and we do mean everything. And by FAM Development, the area's best in custom-built homes. Start living your dream on and around Siesta Key.
Welcome back. I am here with Andy Daly, master sculptor. He's with the Crystal Classic. Well, you're not with the Crystal Classic. You have your own company. But he's going to be out and putting the Crystal Classic together for us November 14th through the 17th. Wanted to talk a little bit about sand.
Who doesn't?
I've heard sand is different no matter where you go in the world. Any truth to that?
That is true. That is true. Sand is here on our beaches are quartz crystal, but in other places, it's ground rock, or granite, crushed silt. It's a variety of different sands, but not all of them are good for sculpting sand.
Really? So what makes a good sand?
Well, more surface area. So the surface area if you look at an individual,
granule?
this is going to be nerdy. Are you sure you want to hear this?
That's good.
All right. If you go to under a microscope and you look at a grain of sand, you want the craggy, like rocky areas, like ups and downs and crevices and cracks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if those were expanded, their surface area would be greater than as they're contracted.
Okay.
Okay. So those little crooks and crannies also hold water, and they allow to connect to other crooks and crannies on other grains of sand. So that's what makes a sculpture stay standing strong.
Oh. So do you have a preference of saltwater, freshwater?
Well, I don't know.
And any better sand that comes down from anywhere else?
Most of my contact with sand is on doing jobs, tabletop sculptures or sculptures for events. So a lot of times that's sand that's brought in from a quarry anyway.
Oh, okay.
Not natural beach sand. We do with the Crystal Classic, obviously. That's all natural beach sand. We love to work with it, and it is some of the best sand for natural beach sand.
For building the
For
sculptures.
building sculptures with. I mean, it's nice.
Well, they are different. Sand is different everywhere. If you go from one end of Siesta Key to the other.
That's true.
Turtle Beach sand is completely different from Siesta Key sand, our beautiful quartz crystal sand. So how do we stack up with other places that because you go all around the country doing sculpting contests and putting these things together. So how do we stack up?
It's good. It's good sand.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of these festivals, they're happening in places that you wouldn't necessarily associate with the beach.
Oh, really? I would not have guessed that.
Well, I mean, they are beaches, but they're up north. They're
New York.
Well, Hampton Beach, Virginia Beach. I just don't associate that with like palm trees and
Oh, right. No, it is not tropical up there.
Right.
But, that is something that I had to kind of realize at some point, that beach doesn't necessarily mean palm trees, because in my head it always did.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, well, no, they have beaches all the way up. Beaches with snow on them are not something that I want to see, but
Yeah.
I've
I've not had to carve in snow ever.
carve in the cold, though.
I have carved in the cold. I have foul weather gear. Even socks that are waterproof.
Oh, really? I'm sure you've got it crafted by now. You've got it all figured out.
Any comfort you can get. Sometimes it's miserable.
Oh, yeah. It can get cold down here. For sure. So, Crystal Classic, how many master sculptors do you have coming into here?
A total of 24 competing artists.
Okay.
I've got some sand assistants that are coming in to help. Two of them and 2 local hires.
Okay.
And then we've got our volunteers. And it's an army of people to direct, but we've done it so many times it kind of just falls into places. We go forward each step. That's all it is one step after another.
Right. So do you still need volunteers if people are willing to help out?
Absolutely.
Great.
Love volunteers.
Wonderful. And they can either reach out to you. We mentioned your contact information before, or they can reach out to the Siesta Key Chamber. We'd be happy to direct anybody how to help out with the Crystal Classic because it is a huge undertaking with so many people. So if somebody somebody volunteers to help with you, are they helping with sand or what all?
There's no telling.
There's a million different jobs.
That's right. That's right. It could be anything from burying pipe to taking snacks to the sculptors.
Right, a little bit of anything.
A little bit of anything.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't think about that. Sculptors probably
They need fuel.
They need fuel, and they're stuck out there for hours upon hours. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, if somebody is interested in getting involved and wanting to be a sand sculptor, how could they work with you, volunteer with you? How could they get started to learn the trade?
I mean, if I'm doing a sculpture like out on the public beach, whoever was willing or welcome. I don't care. People walk up all the time. I'll put a trowel in your hand.
Oh.
We're just playing. It's all it is playing in the sand anyway, right? I do several sculptures for Sarasota County each year. Once for Easter, I think.
Oh.
Was it? Or 4th of July. Tina, which ones do we work on for those? The Sarasota County. Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus, okay.
And I don't know.
So if somebody wants you can do sand sculptures at a hotel, or they just bring in sand and you build it. Is that how that works?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand.
So if somebody wants a corporation or somebody wants to hire you to build some sort of sculpture.
Oh, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. If somebody wants to build a sand sculpture and wants me to come to your event or fair or festival or location, and you want me to build a sand sculpture custom created for you, you can reach me at 941-822-5270 or andysandventure.com.
That's great. So do they bring in just bags and bags of sand? What's the process in that? What's the behind the scenes? We're looking for behind the scenes.
Okay, well, here's, for instance, I just had a job that I over the last few days in South Carolina. And I flew into South Carolina Monday night. I bought styrofoam at the Lowe's, and I built a styrofoam core, which is just, if you look at it, it's a 2-inch insulated foam board, and if you cut it and stack it smaller on each side, it becomes like a pyramid. We put that in place, and then you don't have to buy 100 bags of sand. You only have to buy 10 bags of sand. So they provide a table. I came in, I put the core on top of the table and put a veneer of sand over top of it. So it's only like maybe 2 inches thick.
Oh.
And then you carve whatever. I carved what they wanted, and that's what I did. And the customer knocked it down. So then I came. I'm done. That's it. So that's it. Typically, if it's somewhere like far away, then we would get the sand on location, like Home Depot or Lowe's. If it's local, I would just bring my own. If it's and I have custom built tables that are just for public displays like this.
Oh, I am. It's
Right.
so heavy.
Well, they're not that heavy because we use a styrofoam core, but they do have a pan where they can catch any kind of water. I think
Okay.
I want to get that idea out of everybody's heads that sand sculptures are messy, especially in public settings, because they're not.
That's great of information to know. So you can do this on site. You can bring in your own sand. You have a special table, so you can pretty much do this anywhere.
Absolutely, and we have.
Oh.
We do.
Well, tourism in Florida, that's what we do. But a lot of people, they love that sand feeling. They want to come down here if they've got a convention going on somewhere. I'm sure you've done a million of those things.
Sure have.
Over time.
Done, sculptures in convention halls all over the place.
They
Yep.
ship you all over everywhere, huh?
Sure, and I have a couple of regular clients that I work with. I'm preferred vendor for the JW Marriott on Marco Island. I've been working with them for about 15 years, and what an amazing property that is. That place is great, but this is Siesta Live, not Marco Live.
That's all right. It's Florida. I haven't been down to Marco in a while, but so the Crystal Classic, It's a huge festival for those of you that have never been there before. Let's talk about what it looks like a little bit. You get to the venue. What do they have for kids out at Crystal Classic?
We have we call it the learning curve, and it is a custom-built and tented area, so that it's in a big circle with instructors in the middle, and they come from kid to kid to kid, or young, whoever wants to participate, all the way around in a circle, and help all the kids build a sandcastle, kind of teach them how to do it.
And you have people that know how to build in there, helping them out, giving them hints, that kind of thing.
We've got a lovely couple from Ohio, Tom and Judy Blue, will be coming in, and they've been done it the last couple of years. Tom has been supportive of Judy's sand sculpting habit. She has gotten really good, and she's won, and he's always there to shovel her sand for her.
Oh, that's sweet.
Tom's gotten pretty good too. Those guys are doing great, and they come and help us each year. I'm glad to have them.
Well, that's great. You'll also have, there's food vendors, there's alcohol out there, there's live music, other vendors, there'd be clothing you can buy. What am I missing?
The night viewing.
Oh, right.
Yep, the sculptures we have a lighting company that comes in and positions lights on to make the sculptures a little more dramatic. Of course, they're not completely finished until the next day around noon, so it would be Saturday night viewing.
Oh, well, that sounds great. I'm going to make sure I venture out there for that.
Live music, dancing in the sand, and I think they have a beer. I know they have a beer tent.
Yes, we definitely have a beer tent. Definitely have food. It's a whole event. And it goes through Monday, correct?
Yes, Monday
That
is the
is a
last
big
day.
deal. Yeah. If people don't want to, is that more? Is the attendance a little bit lower on Monday? Would that be a slower day if somebody wanted to come out on?
Yes.
Because you're not dealing with the beach traffic, because the beach is still open. In case anybody, if you were just trying to get to Siesta Key Beach, it is still open, even with the event. Our beach is so big. There's so much space to put people out there. But you can still come out for that, and then it goes through Monday.
Yep, we have field trips come from Out of Door Academy, little kids. They do the lesson. So I get to host that one because Tom and Judy Blue, they go back to Ohio on Sunday. So that's always my highlight of my Monday.
That was the Monday. Out of Door Academy does some really great field trips.
Yeah, they do. That was one of my favorite things about growing up here in Sarasota. Was like we did great field trips too.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's still in existence or not, but there was a little field trip we would do. It was called the Carefree Learner, and what it was is a boat. Like the whole class would go out in a boat, and we would take drag nets in Sarasota Bay and drag net, and then bring up what we caught on the deck, and the teacher would like point out, oh, this is a starfish, or this is and show us. That was a great memory from childhood growing up here in Sarasota.
Huh. Yeah, my son's gone to school down here since second grade, and I've been very happy with the school system and just all the different things he gets to do. Of course, he would probably say his favorite field trip was to Orlando, but not necessarily what I think was the greatest.
What a great place to live, huh?
Oh, it is, right? You've got Moat Aquarium. That just opened. I'm so excited. I haven't been out there to that yet, the new Moat facility.
I have not been yet either. But we mentioned earlier about being from Indiana. Like, could you imagine? I couldn't imagine like how much differently my life would have been if I stayed in Indiana.
Oh, yeah. You would not have done field trips like that.
No.
No. It's very different. I'm so thankful that every day I get to wake up here on this island. I get to walk out to that sand.
Do you go out on the beach every day?
I ride my bike a lot. I mean, I've already been up and ran down to the beach this morning, and most days I get to the water in some form or fashion. If I don't ride out there, walk out there, sometimes I just drive my car out. I just want to look at it, just get grounded, go back to my world. But do I lay on the beach every day? No. Do I see it some way? Yeah. I make a point of appreciating what I have.
Yeah, you have to at least do an inhale, exhale while you're there. Just look around.
Yes.
Like, oh, this is great.
Well, and so many times I will literally take off my shoes and just get in the sand, get grounded for a minute, take a deep breath, and go.
Yep,
I mean, it could be
quartz crystals.
Yeah, it could be as simple as that. Yeah, they all kinds of lore about what Siesta Key sand has and does, and I'm all about it.
Yeah, that's great. I
Well,
love Siesta. I mean, I do. During this time of year, I do with the classes, and I meet people. So I'm at different places all the time, all up and down the island. But every time I'm walking out on the beach, I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful.
I know. Yeah.
So glad to be like right there. There's
Right.
Something so special about Siesta when the water's crystal clear,
And it's been beautiful lately. It's been very, very calm. Yeah, it is. I think we've got something really special here, for sure.
it's beautiful. We took a bank. My plane just came in the other day, banked over. I don't know if it was Longboat or Siesta, but the water was so clear from up there.
yeah.
I could see it so pretty.
We're very lucky to be here, and I'm sure a lot of the sand sculptors love coming down here to Siesta Key.
Yep.
Especially, I mean, like you said, I didn't realize that they do the competitions up and down, but you said there's a huge one up in Virginia Beach, and they're all over the place, I guess.
Yeah, there's a few large ones. There's several in Texas, and there's some little festivals here and there around the country. But the big ones are Virginia Beach. There's another one that started in Hampton. Hampton Beach is established. But, Atlantis Rising is in, I believe, New Jersey is a new one. Fort Myers, I hear, is starting back up.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, that's great
It's not going to be
news.
to the scale. We're sharing some of the same artists with them. And I'm sure it's not the same scale as it had in previous years, but at least it's something, man. So,
Right,
so,
yeah.
So go Fort Myers. Good for you guys.
Yeah, we're happy to hear that. Always happy to hear recovery, people get back on their feet. Like we're 1 year out. Yesterday
It
was
bad
1 year
down
out
there.
from
Did
Milton.
Did you go down there?
No, I don't remember if I've been down since the hurricane,
Yeah,
since
it's bad.
Ian.
The place where the event used to be held in Fort Myers was, I think, the American Championships of Sand Sculpting. The hotel was like wide open from the parking lot in the street. You could see through to the beach, like it was all glass. When it was
Right.
all gone. It was wide open, doors off.
I did see a lot of video from there. My sister had to drive down through there, and she sent us video, and that was 2 years after the fact. I mean,
Yeah, it's still a mess.
we had things come through here, and what we went through was horrible. We're sitting here at Captain Kurt's. Their entire property was full of sand.
Yep.
And we went through a lot, but even as bad as it was here, it was a lot worse down there.
Yeah, and that's hard to believe.
I know.
Yeah.
It is. It's very hard to believe. But I am super excited about this Crystal Classic. Last year we were not put back together. It was one of the first things that happened. This year I think we get to celebrate a little more. I think everybody's going to be in a little bit better spirit this year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to Sarah, the new CEO of the chamber, and what energy she puts into it.
Oh, there's already a lot of energy. You see?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's already a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I just think this year it's going to be even more fun,
I
a little
agree.
bit more celebratory than what
Every
we've
year
had
is a
in
little
years.
bit bigger and a little bit better.
That's a good thing.
Yep.
Really good thing. Well, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time. I hope everybody comes out and visits you at the Crystal Classic.
I do too. Come on out. It's so much fun. Best time of the year. And it's the air is nice. It's nice and cool in the evenings or cool in the mornings. Best time of year.
Well, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Great. I do look for you. You better come say hi when you see me.
Oh, I will. Thanks.
Even if I look really, really busy. I was even considering a perfectly round, seamless, like traditional UFO. The idea is to scratch, and I want to make use of. Every year I have to have a sign somewhere that says, Siesta Key Crystal Classic. Somewhere on the thing it has to say that bar. So I want to make use of maybe the tail fin of it. I don't know. But I do need to.
Welcome to Siesta Sand Live. I'm your host, Natalie Gutwine, and today I have Andy Daly, master sculptor, the gentleman that cut. Welcome to Siesta Sand Live. I'm your host, Natalie Gutwine, and today I have Andy Daly. He is a master sand sculptor. He's been sculpting for years, and he also helps put together the Crystal Classic, our very own Crystal Classic here on Siesta Key. So stay tuned and let's see what he has to say. Cut. I'm going to do the open and the close on this same recording. Want to say a thank you to Andy for coming on the podcast. He is so busy. He's traveling all over the country, always sculpting, cut. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Andy Daly, for coming on the podcast. I am so looking forward to this year's Crystal Classic. It's always great, but this year I think it's going to be even better. Make sure you come out and check it out. It's in November. Please look on the website, Crystal Classic, Siesta Key Chamber. Just Google it. You'll find us, and you can always give me a call, send me an email, send me a text if you have any questions. Cut. Oh, no, both of them, actually. My back on. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say thank you. Cut. Start over. Well, I want to say a big thank you for cut. I want to say a big thank you to Andy Daly for coming on the podcast. He is so busy. He's always traveling around. So getting him on the podcast took a little finagling, but we got him out here. He's going to be really busy November 17th. Cut. Okay. Want to say a big thank you to Andy Daly for coming on the podcast. He is so busy traveling around, doing all these sand sculpting events. Him, cut. Want to say a big thank you to Andy Daly for coming out and doing this podcast. He is so busy. He's got so much going on, and he cut. Can you just turn it off? Thank you very much for tuning into another episode of the podcast. I'm so excited to interview Andy Daly, master sand sculptor, and you have your own chance to come out and meet him. Come out to the Crystal Classic this year, November 14th through the 17th. Siesta Key Beach, come on out. If you have any questions, look it up. Siesta Key Chamber website will have information about it. You can always text me, call me, look at or email me as well. So if you have any questions about that, I really hope you get a chance to check it out. I'm really excited about this year's experience. Like I said, last year it was right after Milton. We were putting things back together. Come out, see what Siesta Key looks like a year after the hurricanes. Can't hardly tell that there was ever a hurricane out here. I'm so proud of Siesta Key and where we are at this point. So come out to the Crystal Classic and see how well we've done. Thanks again for tuning in.
The final segment is brought to you by the law offices of Eric Fleming, specializing in real estate closings. Mr. Fleming is also the current president of the Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce. And by Gilligan's Island Bar and Grill. Experience the heartbeat of the Siesta Village's dining and social scene.
Thank you for tuning in for another amazing episode of Siesta Sand Live. I was very impressed with Andy. I can't believe all the work that goes into the Crystal Classic. I didn't know that it's weeks in advance that people are out there getting it ready. So come check it out. You won't be disappointed. Crystal Classic, November 14th through the 17th here on Siesta Key. And check out Andy. I'm sure he'll be running around. I'll be out there too. So I look forward to seeing you. There's food, there's drinks, the vendors, all of it. Come check us out. Thanks for tuning in with us, and I hope you have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Siesta Sand Live is broadcast from Captain Kurt's Village. It's Siesta Key's home to great food, great drinks, great music, and great times. Look for the giant American flag.